Hi, this is Trey Passer, and welcome to my Blu Ray update for the week beginning January 5th, 2014. I have a few titles here, some things I got from Best Buy, two things that I got from Pawn Shop, and one thing I got from Amazon.uk. Okay, and plus I have a shout out, which I'll save to the end. Anyway, let's go through the Best Buy stuff first. Okay, wasn't that much that came out, this week, but the one thing that did come out was a movie that I was a real big fan of that came out a few months ago. Of course, this is Don Juan. Why is it Don Juan? but it's a play on words. Don John, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Scarlett Johansson, Julianne Moore, because he written and directed this. This is his directorial debut, and this is really funny and really sweet movie. And Scarlett Johansson looked super hot in this. Okay, and she played her part very well. Julianne Moore was really good too. She was, right there. And then you also had Tony Danza as his father. What's the other lady? I forgot who the other lady that played his mother, which I can't remember her name. She was good too. And the sister who didn't talk in the movie, I think except once, which is absolutely hilarious. But this is basically about a guy who loves his car, loves his boys, loves and he loves his porn. Okay, and basically how he fits in the relationship when he meets Scarlett Johansson, how everything sort of changes, and when he meets Julianne Moore, things change too. And it's a really good, smart, funny comedy drama, and this is a great directorial debut for Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who was one of my favorite actors. So I had to pick that up. Okay, and now the next movie is a movie that I've seen, and that I saw this movie when it came out. I'm trying to think, did I see this movie when it came out? Because I think I did. Either that or I saw it on cable. This movie is like a cult movie, okay, directed by John Landis, but the guys who wrote it were the guys from Airplane, I think. Yeah, Jerry Zucker, James Abrams, and David Zucker. Yeah, and they're in the movie too in certain parts, and this is like a mixed match of skits and stuff, but this is one of the very first ones that I remember, and absolutely hilarious. And also I have to give Falagar 517 credit, because I knew this came out a few months ago, and I kept seeing it in his video in the background when he's doing his videos. It's always hanging in the background. You see it in the back. So I finally got it. And of course, what I'm talking about is Kentucky Fried Movie, which is absolutely hilarious. It's one of the best. It has a bunch of great skits in there. Cleopatra Schwartz, The Wonderful World of Sex, Catholic High School Girls in Trouble, which is one of my favorites, and A Fistful of Yen, which is absolutely hilarious. Okay, just one of the funny. I think Bill Bixby's in this. Had great cast in this movie. I don't think go through everybody that's in here on here, but just absolutely fantastic. I know Bill Bixby's in there, but it's absolutely hilarious. And the last thing I got from Best Buy was a horror movie. I think this is a remake, actually. Okay, and this is called The Crazies, and I've heard things about this movie, but I haven't seen it, and I've been wanting to get it for a while. And of course, this stars Timothy Olyphant and what's the other lady's name, which I can't remember. Yeah, Rhoda Mitchell. And I guess it's something about have to do with zombies and stuff, but I'm not sure. But I know I think this is the remake. I know there was an original movie that came out, but this is the remake, and this I heard good things about. So again, this was on sale for $7.99. So that's that right up. Okay, so that's that. Now I went to a pawn shop. There's a pawn shop up the block from Best Buy, and usually they have movies. They had movies for like Blu-rays 3 for $20. I think DVDs 7 for $20. And usually I'm just looking for Blu-rays, and so I went in there yesterday before I went to Best Buy, and I actually was going to get 3 movies, but I saw these 2 things, and I asked the guy, well, these 2 things, part of the 4 for 20, 4 for 24, they changed it now. It's 4 Blu-rays for $20. I said, this part, is this part of it? And the girl said, yes. The guy didn't come around, her boss, annoying boss didn't come around. I could have probably got these and 2 other movies for $20, but her boss was there, hanging around. So I had to get 2 of these 2 things for, and it's part of a series. So what's right is right. But hey, could have got over and got these 2, and plus 2 other Blu-rays, I'd have done it. Okay, let's be honest. Okay, anyway, these are Blu-rays of Lost. Okay, season 3. Okay, now I used to watch. I watched Lost. I watched it a little bit in the beginning, that I think I picked up somewhere along. I was there during the Walt years when he was screaming for Walt, and then finally, because it kind of dragged until they kind of lost. I think around the third season. I think that's when they kind of focused the show, and it got really good for season. I think season 3, 4, and 5. I think it was 6 seasons. I think because I think it was kind of floundering after a while, and then they kind of focused it. I think it could have been season 3, and I think from 3 and up they focused the show. Anyway, because I think they had an end date. They said it was going to last 6 seasons. So the people that created the show actually started writing it with an end in mind. Anyway, this is season 3. Got this. So I got these 2 for $20. So it's $10 each. It's not bad. Blu-ray. Okay, season 3. Okay, and then of course I got season 4. There it is for Lost. And I checked it inside before I left the store to make sure all the Blu-rays are in there. Okay, and they are. And so now I'll get season 1, 2, 5, and 6 now. So I'll get those 4, and I'm glad to get them on Blu-ray. Like I said, I like the show. Like I said, especially when they started focusing. Like I said, Sawyer, Jack, all the people. I like the show for the most part, and so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so that's what I got from the pawn shop. Okay, now the last thing I got is from Amazon.uk. Okay, now this is a movie. This is an Arrow video. Now this is something that I've been saying that I want to get more Arrow titles, and the reason I got this from Amazon.uk is because they didn't have this in the U.S. yet. And I figured this movie would never be on Blu-ray because of the great songs that are on the soundtrack for this movie. Because there's some great songs from the 80s on this soundtrack for this movie, and I thought they would never put them on video, because the musical rights you probably have to pay everybody off. But it got released in the UK, so obviously they did pay the music rights. So I guess eventually it'll get released in the US. But the movie I'm talking about is a comedy classic to me. Just what a great killer soundtrack, and this is of course The Last American Virgin. Okay, this movie I remember going to see this movie, and seeing this movie on cables lots of times. I've had this movie on VHS. I taped it off cable. This movie is basically about these 3 friends, and what's the guy's name? Gary, Rick, and David. Okay, yep. And hold on for a minute. Yeah, Gary falls in love with this chick right here. What's her name? Karen. Yeah, he falls in love with Karen, but Karen likes his friend Rick, and basically it's a really basically about these 3 friends growing up in high school and stuff, trying to get laid and stuff. And like I said, Gary, he drives a pizza truck, and he falls in love with Karen instantly. She's a new girl to the school. Of course, he falls in love with her, but like I said, she has only eyes for his friend Rick. Okay, and of course, Rick treats her like a dog, of course. And the ending to this movie is just one of the most unforgettable endings. And this was actually a remake of an Israeli movie, okay, which I never knew. And the director of that movie directed this one, okay. And there's more than one part. This one only, the American version is only one part, but apparently there's a couple of parts for the Israeli version, okay, which now makes me want to get that just to see how, especially after the way this movie ends. If that version ends the same way, I don't know how they can make more sequels to it, but who knows. But I'm going to try to get those foreign movies, Israeli movies, and see, because I can't see where this movie would go. But anyway, from there, after this ending that's on here, which I don't want to spoil, this has a ton of special features. There's an interview, which I want to see, with the guy that played Gary, him, and the girl, Diane. They have interviews with them, so new interviews with them. So I want to see that. And like I said, this movie has a killer soundtrack. Songs for the Police, I think. Who else? Lionel Richie, I remember that. Who else? And who else is on it? They say in here. Yeah, okay. Blondie, Devo, Casey, Sunshine Band, Police, U2, and many others. That's a killer soundtrack. That's why I thought they would never release this, because the music rights to this would be, but obviously they did, because this is the UK version of this, but I have a region-free Blu-ray player, so I can watch this. And this is another Arrow video, and like I said, I want to get more Arrow titles. So, and when I saw this movie, I had to get it, because this movie is just one of the movies that I grew up with, and the ending to this movie just kills me every time. It just absolutely slays me, and it's just killer soundtrack, and about growing up and falling in love and best friends and heartache, and it's just this movie just slays me. Okay, anyway, so that's my pickups. Let me know if you've seen any of those. Let me know what you think. Okay, now the shout out. Okay, now this shout out is for a fellow YouTuber called Venoms Wrath. Okay, he sent me an email and he asked me to give him a shout out, and I'm more than happy to help people and give them shout outs and shout outs, because I love when people did it for me, and so I love to return the favor and do it to them, and also tune other people into new channels and stuff. And I'm already subbed to this guy, and what he has on his channel are movie reviews. He got comic book reviews, which I stopped doing for my, I kind of fell off with that. So I'm going to check his comic book reviews out. He got different looks at musical artists, which I think is a really good subject for a video. I see he got the Beatles there and stuff, and all these other grips and stuff. That's really great. Like I said, I'll leave a link to his channel somewhere in here for Venoms Wrath, and please sub to him, show him some love. Again, thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for asking me, and I'm always willing to help my fellow YouTubers out whenever I can. Okay, and again, this fellow YouTuber's name is Venoms Wrath, and I'll leave a link to his channel in the description box below. So please sub to him and show him some love. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.